deeply concerned that my Apple Watch is broken. And the reason I think it's broken is that I live in Arizona and it says the temperature is -1. That can't be right. Therefore, watch must be broken. First day since we've been back that the temperature hasn't been so absolutely idiotically, insanely cold that I can get out and walk. I've been having to do my exercise in the house. But today it's, I don't know. Oh, hello, there's my hand in front of the camera. Or is it? Well, nobody knows what the temperature is. I think it's 16, 17 degrees. So it's actually quite nice. And so I'm out walking for a change, and they've really been working on the side here. I think their first step is usually to put in the electrical for the lights. They've got it staked out. Oh, it could be soon. I've had a quick breakfast idea. I had some old noodles in the, as in noodles we cooked for roast beef the other day and had more noodles than we had roast beef. So I like to fry them up in butter in the morning. And I did that yesterday and they were good. And I'm still looking for that magical combination that, we don't need to go into it, but when I was a kid, there was somebody in our life that would occasionally fry up noodles, and they were so good. And I have no idea what they did to them, but I had an idea. What I've done is I've taken 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of seasoned salt, and 1 tablespoon of Worcester sauce, and fried them all up. So let's see how they taste. They look greasy as all hell, which, greasier than usual, I should say. But that could be because there's an extra tablespoon of fluid in the mix. There's a little taste of the Worcester sauce, but it still mostly tastes like buttered noodles. I think it's a little better. Might need to tweak the quantities a bit. Huh. All right, there you go. Just an on-the-fly thing I decided to try this morning. Haven't had much to say since we got back from the cruise. Just taking a walk for lunch. They're working on the canal. Don't know what they're doing, but they're working on it. I've been studying the sidewalk that they laid in the next section over, and I didn't see them do it. And I'm not too familiar with all the different ways you can put sidewalk down, but I'm mostly familiar with people laying down wooden forms and then inserting expansion material at intervals along and then pouring cement into it. But looking at this sidewalk and the way it bends at places that aren't expansion joints, and looking at the texture and the way these lines seem to continue from one to the next, I have a feeling that this was laid down by a machine somehow, almost like you would an asphalt strip. I've never seen such a machine, and I'm not sure how you would keep it within the confines of the sides of the sidewalk, nor indeed how you would insert the expansion material. And I note that there is actually no material between between these segments. They're just cuts. And if you don't do that right in Arizona, the sidewalks in the summer will buckle and they will raise up 6, 8, sometimes 10 inches until it cools down, and then they settle back into place. I would hope that they know better than that with these. But, I hope to get a look at the machine when they do the next section. Well, I got to see them working down there. So I mentioned that I couldn't figure out how they did this. They definitely have a machine extruding the cement, but it is pouring cement, but it looks like it's very thick. And they are putting forms down, but not for very far. So maybe only 15, 20 feet at a time. And I think the stuff dries up so fast that they're able to move on. I'll make a note of it and check it later today and see how far they've gotten. But I think they laid this today, and they're already walking on it, and they've already pulled all the forms down to where you can see them working. So, it's even got manhole covers in it. I was wondering what they were going to do about that, because the sanitary sewer runs along here in places, and I haven't seen any manholes in any of the other sections. So apparently they know how to work around that too. Chicken salt. Tastes like seasoned salt. I think the canals are getting due for another clean out. I'm just walking along. It's been 2 days since I showed you the cement going down, and kind of surprised it's not done. But I'm gonna walk along. I'm on the south side of the canal right now. I come around the north and take a look at what they've done. They're not going to be working today, so if they left wet cement, well, I guess there's going to be footprints in it for all time, but I doubt it. Need a shopping cart? I know where to find one, or 2, or 3, or 4. Upon reflection, I was thinking that the water was unusually clear today, despite the fact that it looks disgusting. But what it is a good foot lower than it normally is. Maybe they're draining the canal to do a cleaning, but that's why I can see all this crap in the bottom. And we've come to the end of the form on the cement now. So this is the start of, well, or the end of where they've gotten to. Well, that's the great cement machine. Although it beats the hell out of me how it works. I don't see where the cement is kept. That makes sense? There's like no hopper that I can see. Dunno. Cement's plenty dry though, so let's keep walking. Funny pattern in the cement here. Up, over, and back it down in a loop, and then repeats it on the other side. Over and over again. Goes all the way down to the other end. It must be part of the mechanical process that lays the cement. And then, yeah, here it's slightly different. This is a stop point for one day to the next. You can see they basically skip over one And yet, at the same time, they obviously did it. I don't know. Weird. Well, that would be a fantastic spot for a pedestrian bridge across the canal. It's about halfway between, well, it is actually exactly halfway between 19th Avenue and 15th Avenue. And it's a street that continues on the opposite side, so you could put something in and make a lot more access for people walking and riding bikes through here to get over to the good side or to carry on north in the city or south, depending on which way you were going. That's also the place where the asshole parks his boat illegally and also does everything he can to discourage people from using that little crossing, which gives me a perverse sense of pleasure to always use it.